Hey guys, how's it going? Solo back with the start of another great trading week. It is Tuesday. Yesterday the markets were closed because of President's Day, so we have a short trading week ahead of us. But let's get right into it. Let's talk about Virgin Galactic because they had some unfortunate news that they came out with last Friday. And as a result, the stock price tanked a little bit, and it looks like the selling continued off today. So depending on how you want to look at it, might be that the stock is on sale right now. We're really just in the unknown because we're waiting for more news updates from Virgin Galactic. So before we get into that, let's just take a look at the heat map today. Looks like more red than there is green on the board. We did hit new highs, new all-time highs in the stock market earlier in the morning, but we had kind of just a rough day, kind of a weird day, to be honest with you. I was watching Corsair a lot today. Some of the other stocks like Palantir had earnings this morning. Palantir took a pretty big hit towards the day today, but let's get right into it and look at Space Virgin Galactic. So look at this. It did not have a great day at all. Even pre-market, it was down already 2.6%. As soon as the market opened up, it was down 8.3% within the first not even half an hour. Rallied back a little bit, sold it off, rallied back a little bit, and just kind of slowly melted away all day long. We closed the day on Virgin Galactic down 7.65%. After hours is pretty flat, although we did recoup a little bit of that back, up just about 0.4% after hours. It has not been a good week for Virgin Galactic. Look at this. You are down over 9.7% on the week. Again, this might be a silver lining depending on how you want to look at it. If you're someone like me that wants to get in on Virgin Galactic at a low price or on sale, this might be your buy the dip opportunity. I don't know. I personally think there might be some more room to drop because, like I said, they haven't announced any good news as far as their rescheduling of the test flight. On the month, you're still looking good, though. On the month, you're still up over 60%. And then on the past 3 months, you're still up over 145%. So if you're a long-time shareholder of Virgin Galactic when it was in the teens or even the 20s, leave me a comment below because you're still looking pretty good, even with the sell-off. Let's take a look at the option chain. I saw this on my brokerage, and the IV rank for the past 3 months of Virgin Galactic was pretty juicy, but for the past year, it wasn't really that juicy as it has been in the past. So if you wanted to sell a weekly put at the money, you would collect $220 for putting up $5,050 in capital. So that's going to give you a return on risk at the money of 4.4%. Now, granted, again, this is a short trading week, so you would get 4.4% for 3 days of trading, which is not bad at all. I wouldn't say it's the juiciest I've seen. I'm sure stocks right now like Riot Blockchain, some of the crypto stocks like Mara, Marathon Patent Group, they're probably the juiciest or some of the juiciest out there right now, but not too shabby, collecting 4.4% possibly for only 3 days of trading. Let's take a look at the news article that I saw. So this one is at a Motley Fool that came out, and this one is titled, Why Virgin Galactic Stock Can't Get Off the Ground. And they're basically just reiterating what I told you. Virgin Galactic sent out a tweet, and this is what they said. Flight test update. We have been progressing through our pre-flight preparations, and during the process, we have decided to allow more time for technical checks. We are working to identify the next flight opportunity. So this tweet obviously upset people and investors because it was a little bit cryptic. They're trying to play it off like they didn't encounter a problem. It sounds like, oh, we're just going to take a little bit more time to do some more inspections. But there has to be a reason, right? So something in their pre-flight checklist didn't go as planned. But not only that, this last sentence right here, we are working to identify the next flight opportunity. That was a little bit confusing because their test flight window was supposed to open this past Saturday. And this sentence makes it seem like that window is no longer open, that they're going to have to reevaluate and try and schedule another test flight window. But they did send out a tweet after this one because there was a lot of confusion saying that supposedly the test flight window is still the same, that it's still opened up on Saturday, but clearly it's now Tuesday and no test flight has taken place. So I don't know how much truth there is to that statement. And it sounds like, because we haven't had any new updates, sounds like, or at least feels like, that this test flight window is going to close and they're going to have to open up another window later down the line when hopefully they fix whatever problems they came across. And one more article, just kind of beating a dead horse here. This one is out of Investors Business Daily, titled Virgin Galactic Delays Big Test of Spaceplane and Space Stock. So again, this was a test flight of their Spaceship 2 vehicle, which is a necessary test flight because they need to get their FAA certification. And this was supposed to be, ticking a few boxes to help them accomplish that goal. And if you remember from last year, they are way behind their plans. I mean, I think they were expecting to have completed their test flights by the end of last year or the beginning of this year. And I think they had said that Sir Richard Branson was going to go up in space himself within the first quarter of this year. Well, we're already halfway through February, so we're almost halfway through the first quarter, and they're not even close to completing their milestones yet. So I don't know, definitely going to get delayed in terms of their initial plans here, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. Let's take a look at the Swaggy stocks data. So even Wall Street Bets has lost interest in space. You can see it's all the way back down here in terms of comment volume on Wall Street Bets. Right now, Palantir today, of course, with their earnings this morning, and a pretty big sell-off today is number one. GameStop's always been up there. Tesla, some of the MJ stocks, BlackBerry, Apple. So even Wall Street Bets has kind of lost interest right now in Virgin Galactic. Let's look at the technical analysis here to see what we can do, see if we can predict some price action here for the rest of the week. So right now, as we can see, had a pretty big sell-off. We are still trading fairly high above the 21 and the 50-day moving averages. The one kind of nice thing with this sell-off is that the RSI is not really overbought or oversold anymore. It's right around 56, 57. So we're kind of in no man's land there in terms of the RSI. Now, one thing, I think there is an area of support right where we closed today, around $50.40 or so. I'm going to make this back to yellow to be in line with the other lines. And we also closed there on February 3rd, I should say open there on February 3rd. So that looks like there might be an area of support there. And then on the top side, there might be some resistance somewhere around here, around $56 and some change. Looks like we topped out there on February 8th, kind of bottomed out there February 9th. Again, topped out there February 10th, and almost intraday topped out there yesterday, or I should say the last trading day, which was Friday on February 12th. So I'm wondering, I think the bulls for Virgin Galactic are going to be hoping that we bounce off this area of support and go down. I personally think we're going to continue to sell off to at least the 21-day moving average, which is going to be in the mid 46s, somewhere around $46, $47. And honestly, I was looking at opening maybe some more cash secured puts today because I love opening cash secured puts on a red day because you really get to get a lower strike price and even juicier premiums. But just couldn't find myself kind of pulling the trigger there because I thought if we have more red days, I think there's more room to drop and I might be able to lock in even lower strike prices for even juicier premiums. Let me know in the comments below if you agree or disagree. Do you have any options or shares open right now on Virgin Galactic? But I still think personally there is room to drop because right now the only good news that they can send out is that they've rectified the problem and that they're going to open up a new test flight window. But up until then, I think we're just in no man's land and we'll just keep selling off based on the lack of news, basically. Because honestly, right now, no news is not good news. I would say for Virgin Galactic, no news is bad news because that tells us, or at least we get the feeling that they haven't either identified the problem or if they have, they haven't fixed it yet, or it might take a long time to fix. Now, of course, we want to get all the kinks worked out so that their test flight is successful. You don't want to have two unsuccessful test flights in a row, obviously, but like I said, the silver lining here, if you're interested in the company, interested in the stock, this might be a good buy the dip opportunity. Of course, not financial advice. Let's take a look at the option flow data to see what the big money investors were doing with Virgin Galactic today. So here we are on Trade UI again. This total of 17 option flow orders came in today. If we sort them by dollar value here, the biggest one, take a look at this, was for $355,000. And it's a very bullish call. It's a 60 strike call that expires just in a few weeks in March 5th. And at the time, Virgin Galactic was trading for about $52 and some change. So someone is betting big, buying out of the money calls that we're going to rectify this and go to the moon in the next coming weeks. And like I said, that's for $355,000. The next biggest option is kind of the polar opposite $255,000 for a 43 strike put. So someone is betting pretty big that we're not going to go green and we're going to continue selling off. And this one is an even sooner expiration for February 26th. And then the next two, again, are more 60 strike calls. So I wonder if these are the same institution or not, but for about $200,000 a piece. So kind of a mixture of calls and puts that are the high value options here. So again, I'm kind of split here in terms of the option flow data. But again, I personally think we're going to continue to sell off because there's really nothing good right now that Virgin Galactic can say, aside from saying that they fixed the problem and that they're going to open up another test flight window. Let me know if you agree or disagree. As always, make sure you join the Discord server. The YouTube comments are flying in now, and I really can't keep up every single day replying to comments. So the best way to get in touch with me and our crew is to hop in the Discord server. We have free channels, so you can hang out over there. Also, you can add me on Twitter. I'm most active on Twitter and StockTwits. And then you can also find me on Reddit and Instagram. As always, I hope you had a green trading day, and I hope we have a green trading week. I'll see you on the moon.